mystical being. Welcome to my channel. My name is Haley and thank you so much for allowing me to join you on your journey today. So in today's video, I'm coming at you with a little bit of a crossover, and I'm going to be telling you how to incorporate yoga into your spell work, into your manifestations. But before we get into it, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Join our tribe, become a mystical being today. There's a large percentage of you that watch my videos and you're not subscribed. What are you doing? Make your girl's day. Join the tribe, become a mystical being today. Also, I have a free Facebook group you should join where we just kind of talk. It's just like our own little community. It's free to join, link down below. And I provide spiritual services, Reiki, tarot readings, stuff like that, linked with my link tree down in the description box below. It'll all be labeled. Also check out my Instagram. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I kind of want to talk about is my background, just so you all can kind of, have a little bit of ethos, a little bit of trust in me. So I am a 200-hour certified yoga teacher. I took a course that is Yoga Alliance approved. And I also teach yoga. I've been a witch for over 8 years, almost 10 years of my life. So I've been really deep into these two topics, and these two worlds often merge and blend with my personal beliefs and encounters on my path. But one thing I want to talk about is the idea of manifestation and spell work. When we think about spell work and manifestation, we often think about this like dreamy, ethereal state, right? Like it's an idea or it's a dream. And sometimes with manifesting, it can be hard to visualize it in your life currently, right? Like when it feels like a dream, when it feels like an idea, it's very hard to feel it in real life, right? Like you can feel that intuitive pull, you can feel inspired to do it, but then at the same time, you're like, okay, where am I going with this? There's this belief in manifesting that if there's movement involved with the manifestation in spell work, then it can help physically ground that spell work or manifestation into reality because you're using your physical body and thinking of it at the same time. And I find that yoga, some people run and have these epiphanies, some people, swim, but I have found for me that yoga is that perfect blend of movement and productivity, mixing that spiritual aspect to it to really help ground that spell work or manifestation into reality because you're using your physical body and thinking of it at the same time. And I find that yoga, some people run and have these epiphanies, some people, swim, but I have found for me that yoga is that perfect blend of movement and productivity, mixing that spiritual aspect to it to really help ground and manifest that into reality. So that is the whole purpose or concept of incorporating yoga into your spell work or your manifestation, is so you use your physical body, because yes, you're using your physical body when you're scripting or doing candle magic, but there's something different about having that vision in your head and literally moving, doing a full body activity that really grounds it into reality. So another reason why I feel like yoga is great for manifesting and spell work is because yoga is a full body activity. Full body, full mind, full spirit. So you are really involved in your yoga practice while you're doing the yoga. So, and if you see me looking down, I have my laptop here with my notes. It allows you, yoga is one of those physical activities that just allow you to purposely tap into that universal consciousness, that universal energy. It allows you to really connect with your spirit guides. So while you're doing that, and you're thinking about that manifestation and you're moving your body and your mind, body, and soul are all harmonizing, that's a beautiful recipe for anchoring that into said reality. It kind of helps also give you more inspiration to keep going because you're physically moving and thinking about it with your body, which tells your mind, okay, we're doing something about this wish, dream, goal, aspiration. Something I love about yoga as well is that when the yogis, the ancient yogis, when they created the asanas, the poses, they really thought about how each pose affects the mind, body, and spirit. With a lot of different exercises, you'll see they focus on the body effect rather than the mental and the spiritual aspect of it. So there's certain poses like tree pose, for example. your chakras. Tree pose activates all 7 chakras, and it helps ground you and root you into reality. If you're doing your Tadasana, your mountain pose, that's really strong root chakra energy. You're grounding, you're anchoring yourself into this energy through the pose. So one of the suggestions I have on here is you can create your own little routine. I mean, especially if it's just for you, you can create your own little routine or maybe set a few poses that you can do for the spell work. However, something that I've done before is I've picked like 1 or 2 poses, and I'll just hold those poses after I do my spell work and manifestation and allow myself to really sink into that pose, feel the pose, and allow it to kind of guide me where my spell work is gonna go, right? So if I'm doing tree pose, for example, I might be focusing on really rooting, right? Because tree, rooting, this is where you can bring in your witchcraft, rooting your manifestation into reality with your 3D physical body. So since it's activating all 7 chakras, your crown chakra is pulling in that divine energy from the universe through each and every individual chakra, through the body, pushed down into the earth. That is powerful. Witchcraft is all about symbolism. Talk about symbolism. That is so deep. That is so powerful. And it's you can do it literally after scripting or something like that. But yes, I would definitely recommend maybe doing one pose, focusing on one pose. So maybe your Janu Shavasana, your head to knee pose. Maybe you're trying to awaken that third eye a little bit more. Maybe you're trying to surrender to the universe and trust the universe. Your child's pose would be a great example of that. You're tucked in, you're safe, your third eye is connected down to the earth, and you're rooting that down. So there's just so many endless possibilities the more and more you get into looking up the poses and the different things that they can do. Which also, if you would like me to kind of formulate some yoga sequences, some like 10-15 minute yoga sequences based around certain manifesting topics, I would love to do that. Great idea. Let me know in the comments down below if that sounds like something you would enjoy. So another great thing to do is to set the environment, right? When you're about to manifest or you're about to do some spell work, are you just gonna slap some shit together and do it? No, you want to set the mood. You're going to light the incense, you're going to get your aromatherapy diffuser going, you're going to play the music you like. You set the mood, right? If you're having trouble manifesting and doing spell work in general, look first at your environment. Are you doing it in an environment where you feel rushed and you have to hurry? Set the environment, set the mood for what you want. So aromatherapy goes hand in hand with yoga as well. So maybe if you're trying to get creative, maybe you're trying to manifest creativity and inspiration. So I would look at poses, asanas, yoga poses that deal with the sacral chakra, because the sacral chakra, your second chakra, involves creativity, fluidity, water, stuff like that. Then I would find music that matches that, and I would maybe wear the color orange or light orange candles, orange and yellow candles here like I have. Set the mood. Aromatherapy, so you would put on some like orange essential oils or lemon, or maybe you have a special blend you love to use all the time. Make it special. Make the environment feel like a place where you can be safe and manifest, and really allow yourself to focus in on that mind-body-soul connection while you're doing that yoga pose or that mini yoga routine with your spell work. So this one I love a lot, and this might make, I know some of you hate the way you sound on a recorded video, but trust me, this will be useful. I would recommend, if you're trying to manifest, maybe your favorite way to manifest is to script. So what I would recommend you doing, you know when you take a yoga class and there's that like 5 to 7 minutes where you're just kind of like your eyes closed, the teacher's talking, maybe setting up the theme and the rhythm of the class, and then you open your eyes and you start the routine, right? What you should do, I'm recommending this because I've done it before too, record that. Right? Record your manifestation. Speak into a microphone on your phone and read your script. Read what you just wrote out. Read what your spell work is. Maybe just talk into the phone about your dream life and what that looks like. And before you start your yoga, lay down on your back in your Savasana position, your corpse pose. and let yourself listen to that. That is going to plant subconscious seeds in your mind and allow your body to anchor that into the reality at which you are currently in. Right? Right. That is such a good idea. That's also the way I learned the Sanskrit names for these yoga asanas, is I would record myself and then make myself try to figure out doing the routine. I mean, that is such a great, and you can listen to that before you go to bed, when you wake up. You will forever have that recording as long as you would like, right? That's powerful. So I would recommend you do that. Maybe you just have key words you say. Love, relationship, money, goals. Maybe you say affirmations. Maybe you have affirmations you write down every single day. Record them. Do it before your yoga sequence. Listen to it when you wake up in the morning. Make it your own little mini routine. You know, yoga, part of yoga is creating a habit out of it, creating a practice out of it. So if you really put that into motion, just like with all manifesting, with all spell work, you have to put that consistency in. You know, it is magic, but it's not like movie magic where I wave my wand and I wave my hand and I hope and I dream and it happens. No, you gotta put that work in, which is that mindset, that concept of using your physical body to put it into motion, because sometimes we don't necessarily have all the resources we need to get that into action, which is why doing things like this are really great. It tells the universe you're serious, you're using the resources you know how to use to get that shit going for yourself. Another great way to get this going for you is to take an extra long savasana. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the lingo, you know when you finish the practice and then you just kind of lay there flat for about 5 to 7 minutes? So not before the practice, after the practice. That's what I'm talking about here too. So after the practice, give yourself a long savasana. Give yourself a lot of time. I'd say about 10 minutes savasana to really let your mind and body relax, because there's something that happens after you do a yoga practice and you're in that savasana, that corpse pose. Something happens in here, for me at least, where I just see all of these visuals and I'm very relaxed in spirit. You know how many times I've been to the Akashic Records after my beginning yoga class? I have been a lot of places in my mind because of an extra long savasana. So this could be a great way for you to get that visualization of living that life, what we've been discussing. It could also allow your mind, your subconscious mind, to show you things that you weren't aware of that can actually help you progress in getting this manifestation, this spell work going. So this is a suggestion I have for those of you who are maybe new to manifesting and spell work, and you want to try something but you feel a little intimidated about how to go about it. This is what I would suggest you do, and it was 12:12 when I looked at my little timer here. So I would recommend doing a candle spell, but it's going to be very simple. You don't need any magical tools to do this. You just need your mind, your body, and your soul. So I'd recommend you get a candle, any color you like. Colors have correspondences, so I'll make a more in-depth video about candle magic, which actually, let me write that shit down, because my favorite way to do spell work is with candle magic and with fire. But I'd recommend getting any color candle you want. White and black candles substitute all other colors. So just find a candle. It could be a little tea candle, it could be a chime candle, it could be a candle like this, whatever you feel called to use. And you're going to take that candle in your hand, and you're going to cup it or hold it in your hand, and you're just going to begin to close your eyes and meditate. Put on, like I said, set the environment, set the mood, and just begin to visualize. Let your third eye open. It may take a few minutes. Let yourself get relaxed and just focus on your manifestation. Focus on what you're wanting. So if it's for career, for example, you're looking for career advancements, you would meditate and you would visualize yourself living that life. What does it look like when you have the promotion? Do you exercise more? Do you have making more money? Is your partner able to relax more? Get super specific with this. If you're looking for love, how do you meet them? When will you meet them? What do they look like?
Will you wear wigs?
Maybe.
How do they act? Which I have a video about how I manifested my boyfriend. Like, quite literally, he matches exactly what I wrote down on paper. It's fucking weird. And I also have a meditation video for peace and calm mind. It's only 5 minutes. You could do that as a warm-up before you get into your own personal little candle magic. But basically, you're just gonna meditate on it until it feels right. You can even blow on the candle or kiss it to put your DNA onto the candle so it is for you. But then what you would do is you would light the candle and start doing your little yoga poses that you chose. So if we're going with tree pose, our head to knee pose, a knee down twist, right? Let's say those are your 3 poses you picked. You would start to do them, hold them for as long as you feel, do one side and the other of the body while the candle is burning. And that is going to symbolize your ethereal effort in your 3D physical effort. So your ethereal effort is the meditation, the candle itself, your manifestation. The 3D effort is your yoga practice. You see how beautifully those just merge together? And then, as with all manifestation and spell work, you put in the work necessary after it is complete to achieve that goal, right? Spell work and manifestation is to make our lives easier, not to, necessarily solve all life's problems. We're meant to struggle a little bit in this lifetime so we can learn some lessons. All right, mystical being, well, that's going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below if you learned something new or if you have suggestions about using yoga and manifestation or any other techniques you have for manifesting. Please let me know down below. I'd love to hear about that. I'm like a sponge. I always like to receive new information. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, join the tribe, become a mystical being today. Also, make sure you check out my website where you can book a service with me, check out my Instagram, join the Facebook group down below, and I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Take care.